Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. And lots of them.
Thank God.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to As Seen on TV podcast for Supernatural Season 10, still not used to that, Episode 5, Fanfiction. I'm your host, Mike, and joining me are Heather.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sick. Like, I
Wow.
feel like ass.
You feel like ass.
I feel like asshole. Like dirty. Never mind. Go ahead.
Ugh.
Also joining us are Cleo
Hello.
and Dom.
Ugh.
I love you guys. I'm sorry.
We're off to a great start.
I can't even follow that up. How did I get here? Where
Well,
am
you see,
I?
there's this one
That's
time in
right.
Vegas.
God smote Nikki's webcam. For
Which
you
is
to
why
be-
Dom's here.
So what you're trying to tell me, Cleo, is that Chuck did this?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Prepare for a hell of an episode, guys.
Chuck is not God, period, end of story.
Chuck is God. How is he
is.
still alive?
Oh my god, I was so happy though.
He never died. What do you mean,
squeeze.
how is he still alive? It's not like
Well,
100 years
Nobody
went
cares,
by.
Dom.
If he never died and he was the prophet of the Lord, how did Kevin become prophet?
There's multiple prophets.
Not at once, no.
You don't know this.
They've actually stated
Yes,
this
we do.
in
No,
the
you
story.
don't.
This
Yeah,
was a
they've
thing when
openly
Kevin
stated
was
this.
made a prophet. It's been openly
Yeah,
stated.
Dom.
I don't remember hearing that there can only be one prophet. I heard when a prophet dies, another prophet is created, but that is not necessarily to say that there's only one prophet at any given time.
There's only one with the prophet power at any given time. Crowley had the whole room of future prophets with Kevin.
Well, Chuck, went into a coma and coded and was brought back to life and resuscitated, therefore he was no longer the prophet.
What?
He died, but he didn't die. So.
Yo, I love this. I could just sit here for the whole episode and let them go at it,
I know.
and I wouldn't have to do anything.
Can we talk about the episode first, though?
Yes.
Can we talk about Chuck?
later?
We are.
Like, I'm like totally
That's
happy about
weird.
just talking about Chuck because I squeed a little.
He was
I-
the last 30 seconds of the episode. We can talk about him later.
No, we're talking about him now.
That's 30 seconds. He was in the last 5. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
He had like
last 5
one.
seconds.
He had like one line, and that was it.
I don't even know what he said was because I was too busy screaming.
He said, "Hi, I'm Chuck."
No, he didn't.
No,
Did he
he
say that?
he complimented them on the play.
Yeah.
It was
That's it.
it was good.
Yeah.
You got 4 minutes left over there.
Oh my god. Anyway, so meta the episode. So we're back to Supernatural fandom, and it was kind of just this musical. It's just a trip down memory lane, I guess you could call it,
Mm-hmm.
because it just highlighted some of the main moments of the series.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
the very beginning was really cool when you see the billboard and it's like Supernatural and it's like in light bulbs and she's like, I feel like it could be missing something, and then it just shoots through every single Supernatural
Yeah,
title
that
screen
was awesome.
ever had.
Yeah, that was actually
Even the
really awesome
Metatron
opening.
title.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Metatron, the Christmas episode, the Winchester in the Wild West episode,
Yep.
everything.
The
Yeah,
black
every
and
one of
white,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say the black and white one would kind of look like the Wizard of Oz, but it was the Dracula monster movie episode.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
But yeah, Sam and Dean's reaction when they found out, I mean, first off, they've gone through this before. Their lives have been laid out in front of them in book form. Now it's in musical theater form.
Yeah. Because, I mean, we saw, a fraction of this at, the Supernatural convention.
Mm-hmm.
But this is, every person that's been in their lives, and they're all women.
Yes, they're all women, including themselves, all female cast.
Yeah.
I think like the biggest part about this episode that I was completely in love with were those little tiny, like those little moments, those 2 seconds where they did a shout out to the crossover, the Destiel, and then the Sam and Dean, and
Incest?
just the
The
Destiel
BM
and
moment.
incest?
when Destiel and the Sam and Dean moment.
Yeah,
When they were doing the
Yeah.
the
the
BM moment.
bro moment.
Bowel movement?
no,
BM.
not even that. It's when they were doing a little shout. I don't want to be so. When they were shouting out to the fact that there are freaks out there who make fan fiction about Dean and Cast fucking and Sam
Yeah.
and Dean fucking.
Wincest.
Destiel
Yeah.
and Wincest.
Is it Wincest? Is that what it's
It's
called? I don't know.
Yeah, it's Wincest.
There's something about the brother thing I can't exactly get into there.
Yeah, I know.
So I didn't know what that one was called.
Oh,
But
it's
you have to acknowledge that it exists at least, because it is out there, and there are a lot of people who are like, "Woo!"
and
It
it's very,
definitely exists.
Yeah. I have no comment.
Super scary.
Yeah, they totally. Yeah, it
You do
exists.
know they're brothers, right?
Yeah, I loved watching Dean's interaction with all this. Like, he's like, why would people do this?
There is no music in Supernatural.
There is no.
It's like if you watched all 10 seasons of Supernatural, and then you went to Tumblr and you were like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Pretty much.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what this was.
This was the Tumblr episode. Yeah, completely.
It
So-
was a Tumblr episode.
As far as the play goes, I mean, we got to see a good chunk of it. Not the second act with the aliens.
I was looking forward to that
So
act.
was I. I wanted to know what that had to deal with. But anyway,
He turned into a woman.
was the play good?
Ah!
I mean,
Was it
Sam
bad?
said it had good production value, so...
I mean, it wasn't bad. The
It
songs
could've
were
been
like
much
super
worse.
cheesy, but they were funny and they were
That
entertaining.
Man
So-
Hears
They were
song.
fairly accurate too. Like,
Cass's song though.
yeah.
That
Yeah,
Man
it's like,
Hears
I'm just gonna
song
be-
was
I'm
So I
just
was
gonna
like,
wait here.
I remember that scene. When they're on the phone, and then Dean is like, "I'll see you tomorrow." And Cass is like, "I guess I'll just wait here then."
No chick flick moments.
Chick flick moment.
Oh my god. The play was interesting, to say the least. And I think my favorite part was the cover of Carry On My Wayward Son. But...
Yeah, well, that was done really well.
Mm-hmm.
That was,
In a
and they
cheesy
make
kind of way.
a Rent joke. Like I think
Dean quoted Rent.
Quoted
like, verbatim.
Rent, like to a T.
Yes, he did.
and the way they sang "Carry On My Wayward Son" was very Rent.
It
But
was
I
very
like the
Rent.
fact when Dean quoted Rent, one of them said, "Did he just quote Rent?" Yeah, but not enough to get us sued.
Yeah,
Get us in trouble, yeah.
not enough to get us in trouble.
And of course, Dean would be the one to quote that, right?
Pretty much.
I didn't even think. Well, I guess it's a rock opera.
Yeah.
Dean was the one to quote Braveheart and all these other things that you wouldn't
Yeah, but I
expect
mean-
out of Dean.
I'd expect Braveheart out of Dean.
Out of Dean, really?
Yeah.
Dean seems too macho for all of that. Like,
Braveheart?
yes.
Braveheart is macho.
That's pretty...
Yeah, but it's also fantasy. Like, Dean,
fantasy about people... Yeah, whatever.
like, because, yeah, that was the whole LARPing episode, and it's
Yeah.
like,
LARPing
He was-
is too
I don't know, I feel
fantasy
like-
for Dean,
I
yeah,
feel
but...
like Braveheart is natural for Dean.
I mean, I guess it falls somewhere on the border for him. To be
Again,
honest.
out of all the movies out there, Braveheart is one I expect Dean to have seen.
yeah.
Voluntarily.
All right, I'll give it to him.
So,
Voluntarily.
the big baddie was Calliope, another god they threw in there. So, nice to deal with that again, I guess.
Yeah.
kinda
More
miss
pagan
the
gods out there still.
A lot of
I
them
mean-
are dead.
Right. And there's a lot that they could work with still. Like, I'd love to see a lot of the Greek gods and stuff that they could toss in here.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
And
they
they
threw...
can. And I think they might have done it before, but go into like Japanese and Chinese lore and stuff. Like,
Yeah, they went into was it last season or the season before?
They've
Yeah.
The
gone into-
Leviathan season, so it was the season before.
Yeah.
They went into the Japanese, it was the one that was in the alcohol.
Yeah, they had that
yes, the Chinese one,
Oh.
wasn't it? Or Japanese?
yeah, but there's still so
With
much
the sake.
more
And then they did
like that they can do.
there was that episode, the Bobby episode, where it was like everything from Bobby's point of view, all the bullshit he deals with.
Yeah.
He had to deal with a Japanese monster, I remember. The one he threw into the wood chipper.
one. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, they've done that.
Now I'm confusing it with her. Never
Done
mind.
it a couple times.
So,
Yeah. So, but there's still so much more like that they can tap into. So
They could.
Yeah.
it's good to know they're definitely not out of
Mhm.
things to
If
use.
she's there for the play and it's like, ugh, if I gotta watch that second act again, it's got robots. And
And tentacles.
and tentacles in space. I can't even. Like,
The goddess Calliope can't even.
I know, she
Can't even.
Can't even fathom.
She can't even.
I can't
Can't
even.
even.
Can't even.
Can't
She
even.
turned into a teenager on
The
Tumblr.
way-
I can't
Yeah,
even.
the way she said tentacles, she was like, "It's got robots and tentacles."
I wasn't expecting her to explode into a puddle of purple goo.
Yeah, no.
Just go with that.
I mean, how would you guys have liked to have been sitting in the front row for this play?
That would
I
have been
love
awesome.
the guy when he put on the poncho.
People, the one guy that put the poncho on.
It is the one guy to clap.
It reminds me of going to like SeaWorld. You know, like don't sit in the first 3 rows. You will get wet.
And nobody believes them, and then they get mad when they get wet.
Yep.
It's like, hey, we warned you before the show started.
Yeah.
Like, duh.
Man, guys.
So, a couple people absent from this episode. 200th episode.
And
Say it. Go ahead. Crowley.
No.
Castiel and
I know.
Crowley. They were missing.
like the two most important people.
And Bobby.
Well, Bobby was there in spirit as
Yeah.
the form of a
Girl.
teenage girl.
Wasn't there a girl Crowley too? I thought
No, but there was a girl, Adam.
There was a girl,
Yes!
Adam.
Yeah.
Oh, I was on the floor laughing so hard because the fandom has just been like, oh, they totally forgot about Adam. No, nobody's even mentioning Adam. And then they're like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's still in hell. And then Dean
still
just
in
has
the
that look
cage
like,
With
shit,
Lucifer.
we just left our brother in hell and totally forgot about him.
Yeah, the when they go, who is that guy? Oh, that's Adam. You know, he's still locked in hell with Lucifer. And then Dean just like goes, oops.
It was me.
That is a
We got a
total-
little
Oops.
sidetracked. You know,
But,
Leviathan.
I mean, if it was Sam, he would have busted him out the next day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you think Misha was mad that Cass didn't have a part?
I'm mad that Cass didn't have a part.
It's a musical episode. I'm pretty sure he was not.
Yeah, but Sam and Dean didn't really sing.
No, but
I know.
I feel like Misha would have wanted to be a part of that.
I'm missing the
All in all, I'm gonna throw this out there. This episode honestly let me down in terms of a 200th episode.
Yeah, it kind of did for me too. I was expecting it to be more than it was.
I was looking for something big. Like I was hoping, because they were making it sound like, Foley's show was coming back for it. They made it sound like Crowley was going to be in there.
Yeah, I mean they all came back for the party, but
Yeah.
how does that help us?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
You know,
Yeah, I don't know.
it was a good episode. It just
Listen.
doesn't feel like it was a 200th episode good to me. You know what I mean?
I can see that, but I love it so much because I've been waist deep in Tumblr in that with people like that, like those who put on that play. So that for me was just like, I've come home.
Waist deep in Tumblr. That's a new one.
Yeah, I miss Tumblr, and at the same time don't because it's just like a vortex of stuff I can't get out of.
Mm.
All right.
They're scrolling forever.
So Dean tells director lady that he has his version and she has hers. So is this how all
Hers?
randoms should be? Yeah.
Fandoms, yes.
Fandoms?
Sorry,
That
did I write
says
randoms?
You wrote randoms.
That's how
I
fandoms
mean-
are, though. I mean, like, everybody has their own rendition of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean it's a
but
good
people
way
get
of
mad at
saying
each other.
it's a
Oh,
good way of
yeah.
saying, hey, we embrace all of your fan fiction. So There's no good fan fiction. There's no bad fan fiction. It's up to whoever enjoys it.
Yeah, no, but there are like some people that get way too mad, and everyone gets mad at each other, and it's just like,
Right.
can't we just be like, I got mine, you got yours, we're good, we're cool,
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
we can
Yeah.
inhabit the same space.
We
Yep.
can have the robots and tentacles in space.
You can have your robots in town. I'm not gonna read it, but have fun.
Enjoy.
That needs to be the new monster: robots with tentacles from outer
It's
space.
coming
Oh my
next
God.
week.
Oh God, is it coming next week?
I don't know. I didn't read the synopsis.
Hope not.
I read the synopsis. I didn't see a promo. All I know that there's tentacles.
I don't think the world is ready.
Of course, the world is.
I mean, we almost had aliens once, right?
We had fairies.
We had
Yeah, that's what I
yeah,
said. Almost aliens.
yeah,
Oh,
and-
right. People were mistaking the fairies for.
and
Yeah.
there was an alien abduction in the first or second season. The Trickster.
Oh yeah, but
He abducted the poor kid, and the alien slow danced with him. That whole episode.
I forgot about that.
The kid get the frat head, the frat bro gets hazed by aliens.
Come here.
What are the other two?
What's
Yeah,
I forget.
this episode felt like like a flashback episode without having the flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like we saw Bobby, we saw like
I'm gonna sit here for a second.
scenes of stuff from long ago
Yeah.
without
Yeah,
actually
okay.
seeing the scenes over.
Right.
It was the play.
Yeah, that was an interesting way of doing that.
Mhm.
And now, I have the all capitals. Chuck is back, motherfucker.
Chuck is back.
He's not gone.
Well, he. You know what? I think he is. I think he either is or he's got a very, very close.
I swear, I'm
Tie.
still gonna say it. The producers confirmed it at a
No, they didn't.
convention.
They did not.
He was asked how does it feel to play God in a show, and then he looks. He's like, wait, am I allowed to reveal that? And the producers nod. He's like, it feels great. It was as much of a confirmation as you're gonna get.
He's not God.
Yeah. He's God.
He's not God. Until it is canon in the show, it's not happening.
Go to sleep, okay?
We've been down this road so many times.
I know. That's why.
This is what, to me, until they confirm it within the show, I don't care what goes on behind the scenes, until they confirm it in the show, it's not canon.
We've
Monday.
seen it in the show. We've seen what he can
saw
do.
him disappear.
It's nothing any angel can do.
That doesn't mean that he did that. Somebody could have whisked him away.
Oh my God.
But Chuck is
So,
back.
Mike, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing, Heather?
Do we think we're gonna see him again though? Because I mean, we got a glimpse of Gabriel and then never again.
We got a glimpse of Gabriel. Yeah, it was.
Do you think they're gonna dangle him and then never give him to us
I really
again?
hope not. Like
Gabriel?
That's exactly what I told Steven when we watched it. I was like, are they going to just tease us with 5 seconds, or are they going to bring him back?
Those fuckers.
Such a great character.
See, I don't think we're gonna see him for quite some time. If this is a big if he's God, then he's going to be coming in a lot sooner with the whole Metatron story, because we know Metatron is not done, right?
No,
Like
he's
the-
only locked up.
right. So it's still going. He's still making plans to come out. We've seen him this season, so
Yeah.
we kind of know that something big is going to be happening with Metatron. It's kind of like the Abaddon thing. Like when you think Abaddon's done, heads chopped off, buried, or whatever, all of a sudden here comes Abaddon again. So Metatron is just biding his time. The only person that's going to be able to stop him is God. And if Chuck is God, then we're going to see him soon. But if he's not, we're not going to see him for the rest of the season.
I don't know. It's interesting. He is God. I'm just gonna say it. He's God. Chuck is
He's
God.
not God until they say he's God.
I don't think I've ever heard so much anger in Dom's voice before.
I know, he gets so mad.
It makes
He's
me so
cute
happy.
when he gets
It's like
frustrated.
when you watch a show and a character dies, right? Or it's presumed that they're dead, and you're just like, oh yeah, that character died, and then like a season and a half later, the character comes back, and then they do a flashback of how that character actually survived and didn't die. So until you see it dead, it's not dead. It's the same thing here. Until Chuck is announced to be God, he's not God.
All right, whatever. I'll go with that. So, I have one question. And, I mean, it's pretty obvious off of here. I have notes for this. Why does it say Ask Jeeves?
Oh, sorry, that's the title of the next episode. I didn't make that clear.
Oh, my God.
Sorry!
I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm like...
I wrote these notes 5 minutes ago.
Alright, so, is there anything else we missed for this episode? It's music.
I don't know. Why don't you go ask Jeeves?
I know.
What
Let's
did
ask
you
Jeeves.
talk about the Scarecrow at all?
I was gonna say the fight scene between Dean and Scarecrow in the background of the whole musical.
I
Yeah,
love
that's
how
funny.
Dean wasn't even the one who killed it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I just love that scene where Dean just like lunges over the car and like stabs the Scarecrow, and the horror in everybody's face is like, like who? What just happened? Like
and
they're
then all
not
of a
even
sudden he
setting
goes
Dean up as a
flying
character
across
within the
the
show.
stage.
Yeah. That was funny.
He goes flying across the
What do you
stage
mean?
the other direction.
Yeah, you're right. I when writing the notes, I didn't even think about the Scarecrow because as soon as it was revealed he wasn't the big baddie, it was like,
Yeah,
Right.
like the Scarecrow.
It was very reminiscent of the Scarecrow in what episode? What was it? 7?
oh my
6, 7?
god.
One of the earlier episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was season 1.
It was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the
It was the
Scarecrow.
one when the car broke down and
Yeah.
Yeah.
they were
The town was sacrificing people.
yeah,
to the
sacrifice
Scarecrow.
offerings and different things like that. Yeah,
Ugh.
that was actually one of my favorite episodes in the early seasons.
really
Really was a good episode.
So
That was the episode they introduced Meg.
yeah, no,
They
it
should
was not. It was not Meg's introduction. I remember the episode they revealed Meg to be a demon. I think, but she was in an episode prior to that
Oh yeah, you're right. That was the episode they revealed her to be a demon.
because she slit somebody's throat and then
At
she
the
was
end of
following
that,
Sam.
that's-
'Cause Sam
yeah.
and Dean had split up. Sam was at the bus station.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said, "Oh, I have to make a call," and she like pulled a trucker over and slit his throat, and like
Yeah,
that was the blood. And
I remember.
How do I remember stuff from 10 years ago? Like it was yesterday. Like I remember that particular episode so clear, and I have not watched Supernatural since
Just talent, I guess.
10 years ago.
I can remember it clearly too, probably because I did enjoy that episode thoroughly.
Yeah, it's a really, really good
There's
episode.
probably like a dozen or so episodes that are like perfectly like burned into my brain.
Bugs.
The bug episode was awful.
That's not perfectly burned, but it is burned, horrifically burned.
It's horrifically burned.
There's the enjoyed episodes, and then there was the oh god, I never want to watch it again episode.
And then there was Bugs.
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 Yeah. That whole scarecrow fight was great.
It was.
It was great. It really was.
Yeah. And then the one chick beats Calliope over the back of the head with a book.
Oh god, that was great.
It's like, here's an angry Greek goddess in front of me. Really big book.
Hit
Smash!
her with the book. It worked.
It certainly did.
Struck her down with some knowledge.
Also some irony.
Yeah, some irony right there. What was the book even titled?
Oh, I don't remember.
Because
Book.
Yeah, I mean, if it had a clever title, that would have been amazing.
It would have been amazing if it was the Bible.
Or if it was a book of plays or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably Supernatural. By
This is a compilation of the Supernatural books.
yeah, what was Chuck's pen name? It was like Edlin.
Carver Edlund.
Yeah, there you go.
Off of two of the producers or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Overall, it was an okay episode. So, I mean, I was expecting more. That's
Yeah.
my final take on it, I guess. I wasn't disappointed. I was somewhat disappointed, but it was still a good episode, so I can't really complain that much.
It was a good episode, but I am extremely disappointed.
It was better than the filler we had last week.
We got no Sam or Dean singing, right? We had no Crowley. We had no Castiel. What I really was expecting out of this episode, what I wanted out of this episode, was like Sykes' music episode. That's what I
Yeah.
wanted, but for
You
Supernatural.
know what? You know what would have been cool if it would have they kind of. But see, Buffy did it where they took the demon that came that caused it to happen.
That like
Yeah.
forced everyone to sing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and Buffy
yeah.
already did that, so it's not like they could have done that, but had
Sure
it,
they
they
could've.
found some. I would have seen that. I would have been like, Buffy.
Yeah, everybody would have been like Buffy, and then Dean could have made a clever comment and been like, I feel like I'm in an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So-
like this episode is metafiction. Supernatural's meta in itself that it would have no problem calling itself out on for copying Buffy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I got nothing else. You guys?
Chucky's not God.
He is.
I just think that both Gabriel and Chuck are going to be brought back in when we get back into the Angels stuff. I really hope so, because I miss the both of them so much.
Yeah. I don't know. I would love for them to both be back. I miss Gabriel more than Chuck, but... Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really curious though, like the fact that they've acknowledged Adam, right? Are we gonna see Adam again? Are we gonna hear from him?
No.
Like,
That was the writers telling the fans who were complaining that, yes, they actually did forget. And they're not going to do anything about it.
So, we kind of put this guy down in purgatory, Lucifer, and you see, we forgot about him. And Dean forgot about him. And Sam forgot about him.
Forgot about him, deal with it. He's stuck in hell.
Yeah.
And
He's stuck
we're a
in
little
hell.
too far to go back to that
His
now,
soul's been
so,
rendered into 6 pieces by now. There's, we're done.
Yeah.
They're
There was
using
nothing
his-
left of Sam.
They're
There's
using
hardly anything left of Sam. There's nothing left of Adam.
Yeah. You see, Lucifer's using his eye sockets as holes for golf. I'm like, I have to say this carefully or it's going to sound really wrong.
it already does.
It already
still
did.
He's skull fucking him.
That's pretty much what's happened.
Tom's
Wha-
face, he's like, ugh.
While his brother watches.
Yes.
I don't have enough monsters for this.
Anyway, we're going to change topic.
I don't have
next,
enough monster to deal with you people.
next week's episode.
I have
No.
enough.
Next
Is it-
week's... Yeah.
Hold on, just real quick, because we're dealing with monsters and supernatural. Yeah, is it bad that I store all my cases of monster under my bed?
No.
Why?
So I
Oh,
can
it's a
have
monster
so can
under
I have
my
a
bed.
monster under my bed? I'm not even kidding.
No,
if you go in
actually,
my
that's where
room,
they belong, and
there's
they-
cases and pun cases under my bed.
It's where they belong, and they're very grateful that you keep them in their proper home.
I need to call the ghost facers.
God damn it.
Ghost
Ghost
facers.
That was
As soon as they did that, I was like, I
I
facepalmed,
facepalmed.
and I missed the next 30 seconds. Due to
I did
sheer...
that.
nice.
Just-
I heard it and I was just like,
Anyway, next episode is called Ask Jeeves, and it's got an interesting synopsis here. Dean gets a surprising message from Bobby's cell phone. Dean is surprised when he checks Bobby's cell phone and hears a message that says Bobby or his next of kin had been named as a beneficiary in an heiress's will. Hoping that means extra money. Of course, Dean. Dean talks Sam into hitting the road to claim their fortune. However, what they encounter at the house is far from a treasure chest.
Yeah, you know what? I watched the preview for the next episode, but I completely forgot it,
Yep, me too.
so I can't even comment.
Tentacles from space.
yes.
Robots with tentacles from space.
That's Mike's theory. Tentacles from space.
Trying to get Bobby.
Yeah.
Because they think
I don't
Bobby's
know.
still alive or something. Or they just received a message from Bobby how many years later because they were light years away. And they're
I mean,
like, oh, we have
No,
to go
no,
show
no.
off.
Bobby's back. Like
No,
he's
it's
in heaven,
they
right?
I guess have
Bobby's in
Bobby's phone.
So, out of curiosity, if Bobby's in heaven, is Bobby an angel?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yes or no?
heaven. No.
No.
Why wouldn't he be an angel?
Because not...
Angels were created. They're not like.
I
They
believe
can't be
the
born.
angels were created in the beginning of everything.
Okay, they
Yeah,
can't be born or
angels.
recruited.
God
or-
created the angels. Humans don't turn into angels like humans turn into demons. It's different.
Okay. All right. Because I was curious if they were going to go that route and get Bobby to turn from an angel and then have Bobby have fallen to Earth.
Oh, can you imagine the grace that Angel Bobby would have You idiots.
Oh my god! You know, I don't
Make the
don't
best
think it
angel.
rules it out that someone could turn a human soul into an angel
No,
if
I
they
don't,
were, I mean, particularly
that's
powerful
it.
enough. But
because the synopsis says that they get a message on Bobby's phone. It's not.
yeah,
from
I
Bob.
know it's not from Bobby.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So
We're
somebody
spinning.
that had Bobby's number called. or
Yeah.
something.
I miss Bobby too. I miss him more than I miss Chuck and Gabriel.
What about what's his name? The guy with the missing eye holes.
Kevin. Let's talk about it.
And it is at that point that I start the outro music. Because
I don't even have a hood.
Because Kevin.
Kevin. There, she's hiding now.
Kevin's dead.
You think I know that, Dom?
He's not coming back.
Dom, I fucking know that.
And Chuck is not God.
Anyway, that's
Well,
our
you're wrong,
show.
but Okay.
Dom, aside from annoying Cleo, where can they find you?
You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM.
And Cleo, when you're not in that hood, where can they find you?
You can find me at Cleomoto. And Dom, the more that you say Chuck isn't God, when you're proven wrong, I'll just have more evidence.
Heather, how about you?
Twitter. OLARIS_RHEA.
You can find me on Twitter at Philodrin. And you can find all of us, aside from our Twitters, on YouTube. Channel is ASOTV Podcasts, all one word. We also have Facebook, Twitter, and Gmail, and Google Plus, and MySpace, and who knows what else at this point. These two crazy people down there making new ones. Yeah, you can follow us there for more podcasts or some of your favorite TV shows. Got it right last time. But that's our show. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely night.
Chuck is not God. He never will be God. And you can have all the evidence you
Monty!
want, but I
Chuck is
am
God forever.
not going to be
Monty!
proven wrong.
Chuck for president.
I'm so confused.
/God.